We're at the Beyond Banking conference, and you can't talk banking without talking technology, and you certainly can't talk technology without talking about AI. And so we've got Gavin Moss, CIO for Treasury and Trade Solutions at RMB, to chat a little bit further from your panel around technology trends in the industry and corporate and business banking. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Kai. I think technology and banking has still got a long way to go. We are monolithic in nature. We are governed by heavy regulations, and rightly so. We need to make sure that financially we are protecting people's information and money effectively. So technology inherently likes to move quickly. And likes to be at the forefront of kind of the things that we're doing in society. So balancing those two things together is quite difficult in the banking environment. And it's one of the reasons why the banks haven't moved as fast as the fintechs have. So importantly, opening up that conversation from a regulatory perspective, in kind of separation of how you initiate payments and how you settle payments, allows that discussion between fintechs and banks to be better and guided by the regulation. We're starting to come to a place where we're able to move a bit faster to enable clients, but still have that regulation in place to make sure that we are protecting what we need to do. Very difficult from a banking perspective to move from a monolithic type architecture to an API type architecture. And we are really using AI in that space for two particular things. One is looking at old unstructured data, which really makes sense in a mainframe or monolithic environment, and taking AI and using that data and bringing it into new data models to be more effective. And the other really interesting space we're using AI at the moment is looking at business processes that are built into the monolithic code, and applying AI to those business processes and using generative AI to pull it out and to recode it into new technology. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, I think the conference has definitely spoken a lot about the services we can offer to clients and to customers. But there's obviously such a need to use AI machine learning to digitize the bank itself. And I think, you used the word monolithic, and the siloed was used as well. And, hopefully with AI, those words become less and less often used at conferences talking about banking. And we kind of increase that speed of digitization.
Really in the transaction banking space, there are we refer to as kind of making, managing, and moving money in transaction banking, which is very important for corporates. And the question was asked earlier is to say, where do we feel AI is going to kind of help in that space? And actually a little bit in all three of them, but really what is going to make a big difference for us from a client perspective in corporate and commercial banking is client onboarding. So client onboarding is very, very manual in nature. And it's not a South African problem, it's a worldwide industry problem. And looking at AI to try and improve on that digital experience, quite difficult when you look at complex heuristics and making sure that you're doing the KYC and the checks that you need to make sure that you know who you're banking with. AI is really going to help there, benefit banks and benefit clients.
Yeah. No, great. Gavin, thanks so much for coming on the catch up. And we really appreciate your input at the conference.
Thanks for having me, Guy.
Cool.